And it's very unfair to the people of Pennsylvania. They never got the glory. It's like the guy that, could rush for 1 yard and get the glory for it. They didn't get the glory. But we love our people in Pennsylvania because they were there for us, right? So now he goes. Because they've been saying there was no way to get to 270, right? Remember? There is no path to 270. And the most they could get me to was 269. Remember that? 269. I never once got above, in their minds, 269. They get paid a lot of money. They don't know what the hell they're talking about, folks, I'll tell you. I never once got, Jeff will tell you, I never once got above 269. Now, I was watching it for months. That's where I got upset with Texas. I kept saying, Texas, we're going to win it. So what happens is the 269, and that's why I kept going to Maine. I needed that one. So now what happens is he's up, he says Wisconsin, he says Michigan, and now he goes, there is no path for Hillary Clinton to become president of the United States. Donald Trump and his great movement is president of the United States. So it was pretty great. It was pretty good. And some sportscasters, really good ones at ESPN, said that's as good as it gets in terms of, they called it entertainment. And it is a little entertainment, but in another way it's not, because we're going to get to work. And now, in a certain way, the hard work begins. And we're going to make great trade deals. And we're going to make you so happy and so proud. And Jeff Sessions is going to make you so happy and so proud. For years, the jobs and wealth have been ripped out of our country. Foreign powers have gotten rich, bleeding America dry. And not a lot of people know it better than the people of Alabama and the people of the South in general, because you know what's happened. But that's all behind us. We are going to stand up for the American worker like nobody has ever stood up for that worker before. Our economic agenda can be summed up in three very beautiful words: jobs, jobs, jobs. There's a woman out there got very excited by those three words. It's exciting, though, right? That is why we're going to lower our business tax rate from 35% down to 15%, and you're going to see things happen. We're one of the highest in the world right now, just about the highest, and we're going to be among the lowest, and you're going to see what's going to happen. It's going to be beautiful. That is why we're also going to eliminate job-killing regulations and lift the restrictions on the production of American energy, including shale, oil, natural gas, and beautiful, clean coal. We're going to put our miners back to work. Our miners are going back to work, folks. We're also going to rebuild America's crumbling infrastructure. And boy, does it need it. It needs it. We have spent $6 trillion in the Middle East. We could have rebuilt our country 3 times over. It's time, folks. With all of that, we're going to knock the hell out of ISIS. We have no choice. I'm asking Congress to support the construction of new roads, bridges, airports, tunnels, and railways all across this nation. And we will put our people back to work. It's time to help get Americans off welfare and back into the labor market, rebuilding this country with American hands by American workers. My administration will follow two very simple rules: buy American and hire American. And we're going to go back to the old days. We're going back to the old days. Remember? Made in the USA, you remember? You know, I did this last night. Let's do it again because it's like a free poll. You know, these characters, they'll spend $1 million for a poll, and you can give me a better answer. Is it made in America or made in the USA? So let's go America first. Made in America or made in... Let's go, wait. Let's go America first and USA. Who likes made in America? Who likes made in the USA? Okay. Can we do one more poll? What the hell? It's raining and miserable, but let's do another poll. Who the hell cares? We're all soaking wet by now, so it doesn't matter, right? So, Time Magazine just gave me Person of the Year, right? Nice. Very nice. Always a great honor. Financial Times, the Financial Times, which is a big deal, just gave me Person of the Year. Okay, you ready? Now, remember, we have half the people here are women. And by the way, thank you, women. I did so great with women. Those polls were so dishonest with women because we did great. You know, I used to go home. My wife said, I don't think any woman in the United States is going to be voting for you based on what they just said. We did great with women. We did great with the African American community. We did great. Remember, I said, inner cities, I said, what the hell do you have to lose? And they agreed. It's terrible what's going on. We did great with African Americans. We did great with Hispanics. You know, I'm saying we're going to build a wall, but they want it also. They want their jobs protected. They want safety. They don't want drugs pouring into our country. We did great. So here's what happened. But we did great with the women, I have to tell you, folks, because that was very embarrassing. I mean, those polls were so wrong. Those polls were wrong on just about everything, weren't they? They were wrong on everything. But, okay, so I get this Person of the Year from the Financial Times, and I get Person of the Year from Time Magazine this week. So which is better? Now, remember women, okay? Because if it's a woman that gets it, we have to think about that. So they do it because they want to be politically correct. You run the magazine. You run the Financial Times or you run Time Magazine. Do you go Man of the Year? Thank you, darling. I love you, too. Do you go Man of the Year? Or do you go Person of the Year? We'll do Person first. Which is better? Person of the Year. Wow. Or Man of the Year. That's what I think. And it's pretty simple. If it's a woman, you go Woman of the Year, right? Right? You know, right? They're all saying yes. So anyway, so we had a lot of fun. We've done well. At the center of our agenda is fixing our absolutely terrible trade deals. America is now running, listen to this, nearly $800 billion in annual trade deficits. I asked John Arrigo, the great car dealer, one of the biggest in the country, do you think you could negotiate, John, a slightly better deal than that? So we do all this work with trade, and we're losing, or we have a deficit of over almost $800 billion a year. It's almost like, what are we doing? Who are the people that negotiate these deals? And there's almost no country that we do well with. I mean, we have bad deals every country. That is going to change fast. Is that right, Mr. Arrigo? Go buy an Arrigo car. Our country has lost 1/3 of its manufacturing jobs. since NAFTA. 1/3. And here's one, when I first saw this, and I can say it because this is the last time I'll be speaking at a rally for maybe a while, you know? They're saying, as president, he shouldn't be doing rallies, but I think we should, right? Yeah. We've done everything else the opposite. Well, no, this is the way you get an honest word out, because you can't give it to them because they're so dishonest. They had a clown today. I didn't see it. I didn't read it, but I heard about it. They had a clown today in the failing New York Times who said that I wanted to have another World Trade Center catastrophe because it's good for my base. Can you believe this? No. Think of it. Think of it. What kind of a demented person would say that? No, think of it. Thousands of people killed. They said that I wanted to have another catastrophe like that because it's good for my base. Anybody that says that, and this guy is demented. He's a demented person. And that's why the Times is failing. And I went up to see him 3 weeks ago. I gave it a shot. And I had a great meeting. Everybody said I did great. Everything was great. But they'll never change. They'll never change, Jeff, no matter what you do. They'll never change. That's okay. We did very well without him, right? But what kind of a demented person would say that? You know, it's incredible. But when I saw this and these statistics, I said it must be a typo because it's impossible. We've lost 70,000 factories since China joined the World Trade Organization. Think of that. And I said 700, you mean? I said 7,000 maybe. But the number is 70,000 factories, many of them right from Alabama. And you know it. It's the greatest jobs theft in the history of the world. There's never been a jobs theft like's happened to us. And we're going to untheft it, folks. We're going to bring it back, okay? We're going to bring it back. And we're not going to be taken advantage of anymore by all these foreign countries. We are going to have a very new policy for a long time. It hasn't been this way. It's called America First. It's now America First. And if a company wants to fire their workers, leave the great state of Alabama or another state for another country, and then ship their new products right back into our country through a very strong border, by the way, there will be consequences. Right now, they can do that, make the product, bring it in for nothing. You saw what we did with Carrier air conditioner. And go buy Carrier. Go buy Carrier because they were great. We have really thousands of people, if you look at it from a family standpoint, are going to have a great Christmas in Indiana. But we have many of those things happening. Many, many, many. Because if they want to do that, we're going to impose a 35% tax on those products coming into our country. And you know what? They're not going to move. They're not going to move. Now, why didn't you politicians do this 15 years ago? Because either they're not smart or, and a lot of people don't even understand it, and they always talk about free trade. I want fair trade. I don't want free. I want fair. I love free trade. But I want fair trade. And if they don't do, then we don't do. But it's now 35% tax for a company. So all these companies that think they're going to get rich by firing thousands and thousands of workers in our country, I hope they get rich. But you know what? We're going to get rich, too, because we're going to impose a very large tax on those companies. And we're going to write up that legislation very soon. And when they leave, there are going to be consequences. And you know what's going to happen, though, honestly? They're not going to leave. Not going to work. The model no longer works. The politicians got taken care of by campaign contributions or something else. If it's something else, Jeff Sessions will catch them, right? He will. He will catch them. Oh, I wouldn't want to be them. But their politicians got taken care of by campaign contributions or whatever, because it's incredible that we've lost so much. But to be a rich nation, and we are going to be a rich nation again, we also have to be a safe nation. The murder rate has experienced its largest increase in our country in 45 years. Think of it. The murder rate. More people are being murdered than in 45 years. And the press never tells you that. Do they ever write that? No. We are going to support the incredible men and women of law enforcement. And we are going to bring this terrible crime wave to a very rapid end. One of the greatest public safety threats remains open borders. I always say, there goes your business, there goes your country. You know, Abraham Lincoln, Thomas Jefferson, George Washington, they all believed in strong borders. We don't. We fight for countries that most of you have never even heard of before, so they have borders. And yet we don't protect our own borders. But I have a message for the drug dealers, the gang members, and the criminal cartels that are terrorizing all of our citizens in cities and different places throughout the United States. And the message is that your days are numbered. We're getting you out. We're getting you out. We will build a great wall, and we will stop illegal immigration for good, and we will have doors in that wall. And people will come into that wall, and they'll come through that wall by the tens of thousands. But they're coming in legally. Coming in legally. And we will stop the drugs from pouring into our country and totally poisoning what the drugs are doing to our youth. And you have a big problem here, but every state has a big problem. Our youth, and more than our youth. But you see it with our youth, and it's astronomical numbers like never before. We will also work to keep our country safe from terrorism. We've seen Islamic terror attacks from Paris to Belgium to Orlando to San Bernardino to the World Trade Center. To the World Trade Center. Think of that. One attack after another after another. So let me state this as clearly as it can be stated. I am going to keep radical Islamic terrorists the hell out of our country. We have no choice. That includes suspending immigration from regions where it cannot be safely processed or vetted. And I use the term extreme vetting. Is that okay? Extreme. The safety and security of the American people will always come first in the Trump administration. Ethics reform will be a crucial part of our plan as well. We're going to drain the swamp of corruption in Washington, D.C. and stop government officials from trading favors at your expense. We face many, many challenges. The world is a mess. Our country is in trouble. We face many, many challenges. Michelle Obama said yesterday that there's no hope. But I assume she was talking about the past, not the future, because I'm telling you, we have tremendous hope, and we have tremendous promise and tremendous potential. We are going to be so successful as a country again. We are going to be amazing. And I actually think she made that statement not meaning it the way it came out. I really do, because I met with President Obama and Michelle Obama in the White House. My wife was there. She could not have been nicer. I honestly believe she meant that statement in a different way than it came out, because I believe there is tremendous hope, and beyond hope, we have such potential. This country has such potential. You watch. It's going to be so special. Things are going to happen like you haven't seen happen in many, many decades.